Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm showing you how to go from these little crusty nails to this little nice little cute set during these times. So here are my materials: a little UV LED lamp, some nail tips, so a nail file, a cuticle pusher, nail nippers, I think that's what it, cuticle nippers, a nail clipper, a nice detailing brush to clean up, and let me show you guys this cuticle softeners for our cuticles, of course, some cuticle oil, and also some alcohol to clean up anything, you know, a little buffer, the base gels. That is pretty much the start of the show. I'm using two, so here they are. You could barely tell because it wouldn't focus, but yeah, so I used that. And also our gel polishes. I recommend gel polishes because they're easy to work with, and optional, a nail drill. So to begin with, we start by pushing back the cuticles. Please be gentle with this. It looks like I'm going in hard as heck, but I promise you I'm not. I'm being careful. So just go and push your cuticles back. And I started from the very beginning because, you know, my cuticles are looking crusty and our nails won't look cute if we don't clean up our cuticles. So I go in with the cuticle softener and I apply a little drop of this on my cuticles. I bought this at my nail supply store, but you can actually just find any alternatives on Amazon, because this is what I'm going to be using Amazon to do these nails. So if you want to do this, you can get everything from Amazon. So I just go in with my cuticle pusher and just distribute the rest of the product all over my cuticles so they can just be evenly coated. And then I go ahead and wait a couple of minutes. I wait at least 2 minutes. I think that's what it says in the back of the bottle. So then I go in with my cuticle cutters and I just cut any little excess dead skin, you know, to make sure everything looks all nice and neat and clean. You know, that's the whole point of people going to the salon, because they like to get that little experience and like to get everything done. So yeah, I go ahead and now I'm cutting in my nails because they're a little bit uneven, so I go ahead and trim them a bit and file. So when you file, you're gonna want to go in one direction so you don't damage the nail. I've seen enough comments of nail videos that you should go in one direction. So one direction it is, like whether it be the side walls or whether it be like whatever, you know, your natural nail, you go in on a 180 side of your nail file and just go in one direction and be as gentle as you can. You don't want to damage the nail. It looks like I'm going in so hard in that little clip, but if you forget, just remember one direction, just one direction. So then I go in and buff the surface of the nail to get rid of any oils, any shine, so everything could adhere better. And I didn't think it was enough, so I went in with my nail file again and I used the softer side of the nail and I went over it in one direction again. I just went in lightly, just a little bit, because either ways I haven't been doing this that much, so, and it still lasts a long time. So yeah, so I just go ahead and clean up a little bit with some alcohol. Like I said, you can just wash your hands if you don't want to use alcohol, especially in these times right now, so you can just wash your hands. So here I have two gel polishes, base gels, and I wanted to show you guys that you could do this method with any base gel. That's why I have two. So here I'm just showing you guys my nail tips. These are full cover tips, and I went ahead and measured them. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to measure tips, so make sure they go from sidewall to sidewall. And if it's a little too big, you can always just file that. Never go with the smaller one, always go with the bigger one, and just file it to your finger, like size it to your finger. And so I'm going in with the nail drill, because I've seen like Kiara Sky and Jelix actually do this, but I don't do this often. So I was just like, let me do it for the sake of the video. But honestly, if you don't have a nail drill and you can do that, don't do it. You can honestly skip it. With the filing that you did with your natural nail, that should be enough, because I've just done that in the past and it has worked just fine. So here I am applying my base gel, and I do a thin emphasis on thin layer. And so I use both of them so I can show you guys that you can do this with any base gel like I mentioned, but just make sure it's a nice little thin layer, you know, as if we were gonna paint our nails. So yeah, we do that. Also, the nails that I'm using, these are coffin styled, and I'm gonna link them down below. These were honestly the cheaper ones on Amazon, because you know I'm broke, we're on a budget. So I've had these for a while now, and I think they work just fine. You can honestly get any other clear tips and it'll be the same. It's just up to personal preference, honestly. So here I apply the base gel lightly on the nail, and then I do a little extra more and make sure there's no bubbles when I'm putting it on top of my nail. No bubbles before we put it up in the nail lamp. So hold it for like 15 seconds under, and then you could just let go and do it for 60 seconds total. And again, light little layer, and then put in a little extra so we could have enough glue. Like, think of our base gel as glue. So then we want to put it on the nail and make sure there's no bubble. Like, y'all can see how it just slides through. Make sure there's no bubbles before you put it. It's gonna make a difference in how long your nails last. And these nails have lasted me up to 2 to 3 weeks, and no lifting most of the time. So this is how they look. And here I have one of these little nail tip cutters, and I just have a regular nail clipper, and I'm giving you guys options. You know, it could be one or the other. Here I'm just showing you guys how it is just as easy as if using a nail clipper, but since I already kind of have it measured, I went ahead and just used the nail clipper, the regular nail clipper, on the rest of my nails. And you want to go ahead and kind of just measure them as you're cutting, you know, to make sure they're not too long, not too short. So that's like, you cut and you measure, you cut and you measure. So now I'm filing, you know, adding some more precision. I would like them super straight, you know, to be super sculpted. So I just go in a little bit on the sides, because the beauty of this is that you don't have to do a whole bunch of filing because they're already set. So I just go in, just kind of get that rough edge a little bit softer, and we're good to go. So this is actually optional. I use the nail drill and the sanding man to go over my cuticle. You don't really have to do this, but since I already have this nail drill, I just went ahead and do it. But you can honestly do it with a nail file, or you don't even have to do it at all, because with this method you could do it a very natural way, and your cuticle won't even look bulky as if it was acrylic or anything like that. So yeah, you can honestly just do this with a nail file and just skip it. So then I just go ahead and buff it out to kind of get rid of the shine. and then I clean them up with some alcohol, or like I said, you can just wash your hands and don't be lazy like me. And I do this so the gel polish can stick on better. So here I'm going in with the clear base gel before my gel color. So I just do a nice little thin layer as well, and you can actually go in with like 2 to 3 layers to make the nail thicker, but since I am constantly changing them up, I decided not to do it in this video. And either ways, they still are pretty sturdy. And this is the color I'm using in a 𝒂𝓗 or whatever, in the shade 022. You can find it on Amazon. It's a nice, very cute color, natural color. And then I like to work in layers, so my first layer is very light, because that's kind of like the secret with working with nail polish, with gel nail polishes. You want to go in light and you want to go in layers. So I did 2 layers of this color, and then I went in with my top coat. I forgot what I was saying earlier, honestly. But yeah, you can just do, if you are having troubles painting your nails, like you can just sit your fingers on something sturdy and just paint your nails. Like, there you go. And you want to go ahead and clean them up with any brush. This is actually an art brush, and I just take a little bit of acetone, kind of wipe it a little bit on my hand, because you don't want it too wet, and then just clean around your cuticles so they look super clean and like super profesh. And so I cured them for 60 seconds and I took it back out, and I'm now on my second coat. For my ring finger, I decided to do a little glitter, you know, to spice things up. And so I'll leave the link down below to this polish too. It came in a kit, so I'll leave that down below. And so I'm going in with my second coat. So for that one I did the glitter, and for the rest I just went in for a second coat of the nice little pink. And as I'm going, I'm cleaning around the cuticle before we cure. So now I'm going in with my top gel. We are almost done. You go in with your top coat, and just as the nail polish, the colored, you want to go ahead and clean up your cuticle with your nail brush so it doesn't look crusty. I actually made a mistake and didn't do that, so my nails were looking kind of crusty, but you can even tell because they look pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. So the final step to get like the whole experience and make it look super cute is to hydrate your cuticles, and I just use this cuticle oil. You know, rub that ish in, and that is gonna be it. Look at that, that's so cute. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope I made sense. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys stay safe. Make sure you guys are washing your hands. If you guys have any questions on any products or any other steps that I do, please make sure to comment down below, or feel free to shoot me a DM or anything. I am here for you guys. Stay safe, stay home if you don't need to go anywhere. Come on, we can all get through this if we all work together. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you until the next video, hopefully coming soon. Bye.